welcome to our channel.
Hello.
Hi. So I hope everyone is keeping safe at home, and looks like we are having an easing restriction now within Australia. And I have been going out. Have you been going out, Joanna?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing
Okay.
stopped me to go out.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And past 3 weeks we have already shared about more insight about global talent independent visa.
Yeah.
And today we're here again because there are some update news from the migration officer. That's why I'm inviting Joanna here with us to share with us again about the updates with the GTI.
Yes.
So so can you share what's the update of the GTI this week?
Yeah, you guys very lucky to hear about this because this policy just released last Sunday, 17th of May. So I actually have the copy of this policy. It has 17 pages. So we actually have been doing this same policy from very beginning, but this is now in paper. So hence we are doing that and to release this information. And so if you have any questions, you can ask us about details, of course, but we only help people who are really fitting our criteria.
Yeah, because since the last video was out, we have so much inquiries. And we have received some very good candidates, but we also set a lot of no's to a lot of people that we don't think is qualified. But nevertheless, please contact us and let us review your qualification, whether to see you are eligible or not, because this is a PR you can get,
Okay.
So since the lockdown, can you share what is the current status with the migration office? What's their work now?
Okay. The global talent team has been starting processing expression of interest in 2 weeks ago. So it's now they are processing. Now in terms of visa grants, the Department of Home Affairs is still waiting for the Department of Health to give them the signal when they can process and grant people permanent visa for them to enter Australia. So it's currently still working. A little bit slow and unusual, of course, but nothing stops people to apply. And you should, if you are eligible now, should apply. You should not wait any further.
Okay, because I think we have mentioned because July they may be reviewing the requirements and things like that every year in July.
Yes.
So now all the released document is
it's here.
It's for now. Yeah.
Yes.
So
okay. I want to talk about a little bit of policy, and then I really want to clarify that some really critical points here, because when you go to the website or ask someone else, I can see lots of migration agent and immigration law, they provide incorrect information. That's really crucially important. You have to approach us and let us check your information. Now, first of all, this global talent visa, it's going to run for 3 years up until April 2023.
So they confirmed it.
They confirmed it in writing. Okay, they confirmed in writing. It's going to for mandatory review in April 2023. So the current policy will remain effective for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Which is awesome. And I can see, I read this everything. I see we are in the right track.
So you mean they will not review the requirements in July?
We got it already now.
Okay, so it will be the same for the next 3 years.
Yes.
Okay.
And the same as we did before. Before they released this one.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, great.
It's exactly the information we provide to our audience.
But that's a lot, because with the official website, a lot of our clients comes to us and say it's very fake and they don't understand what's the requirement. And this is why we know exactly what they want, what the government wants, and this is why we urge you to contact us to see if you are eligible or not. Yeah.
Let's just talk about some confusion terminologies when clients approach us, or they approach someone else and they got different answer from us. So people ask us whether a PhD would be a guarantee of PR.
I thought yes.
You thought yes.
Master and PhD, I thought it's a yes.
It's guaranteed
in those 7 sectors. Is that right?
Not necessarily. I think I have to tell you that it's not. It's not a PhD, guarantee PR. But of course, the government and us, we actually encourage you to contact us to check that for you. Now, it is not guaranteed, because if you're a PhD student or PhD researcher, it's really significant. Your work is bringing significant knowledge to the Australian, our own knowledge. If your work is not that significant, I'm sorry, but you have no credit to claim, right? So it really depends on the work.
Okay.
Now, of course, you have other talents or you have other projects, in addition to your PhD study that will be add up. But PhD doesn't guarantee a PR. Now, if the guarantee PR, everybody will apply. I mean, why do we need 5,000 some kind of allocation? Okay. We have so many PhD in the world. Everybody just go ahead and apply. Why do we need a criteria of 17 pages?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have just explained a little bit about the criteria. And I know in the last week I know some of the clients come to us and as you mentioned, one of them was a PhD and they tried it and they already applied the GTI themselves, but they got refused it. It's not through us. I have to clarify that. The client didn't go for us, but they come to us after they got refused it. Yeah. So can you share a little bit about what happened in her case?
It's really, we don't encourage you to just randomly approach them, and if you don't know what to do, really, you do need professional service and professional guidance, because this type of visa is only one chance in lifetime. If you're really, really good, I mean, if you're a Nobel winner, you don't watch my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, thank you, sir. But you have your assistant help you in that. But if you're not one of the extraordinary people in our industry now, I do encourage you to seek our professional service. One of the cases they approached us, they actually had a PhD, both of them, and in a really good industry, pharmacy. So it is actually our targeting market, but they got rejected because simply they just send a statement and basically send a statement linked to their own articles and ask the town office to read. So
that's what they did.
That's what they did, and they asked me, what should I do, Joanne? At this stage, I would say it could be a little bit harder. Why? Because think about this reasoning, right? If you got first of all rejected, you have to say the second time why the rejection was wrong. Not
you have to appeal.
You have to appeal, say, oh, your rejection was wrong. You have to address that wrongdoing instead of, and on top of that, you have to say why you are meeting requirements. So you have two tasks. Become extremely difficult for us to do that for you. So you have your expertise in your area, cybersecurity. We have expertise in immigration law. That's what we are doing for our whole life. Take this as an opportunity for yourself, but don't risk. Don't just for the sake of trying. So yeah, this is a good example of failing cases. I'm not sure whether you want to try yourself, but you don't want to show that.
Because you mentioned it, GTI, they only have one chance to apply. Okay. Once they got rejected, they can't. Can they still apply again, or
so
what?
First stage you can apply. Yeah, first stage because you reject it.
Okay.
Right, you don't have a number. So, so
there are two stages in the application. Yes, actually. Yeah.
But first stage you can try. As I say, in theory you can try as many times as you want. But like, why would you? What's the second time different to the first time? As I mentioned, that you have to say town office you're extremely wrong. But the second stage, once you have invitation and not second stage with the permanent visa application, now you only have one chance because we have limited amount allocation, and you already use up one allocation, and you're gonna occupy the second one.
Yeah. Whether you success or not, you also use up a quota.
A quota. So because you have to think about lots of people apply, and lots of people they meet this requirement, and you just waste people's time. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's only one chance for after the invitation is issued to you. You need to identify is issued to you. You only have one chance to go to the system. You can't apply a second time.
Okay, so this is why we urge you to come to contact us, and I think we say no to the cases because you said you can't help further in her case.
Oh, is that no? Because it's going to be really high risky, and I don't see I will say wait until they have more articles to publish and doing something really
unless you change the status,
you change it,
and then we can appeal for you.
Yes.
Why you are better than last time.
Yes,
definitely. So come to us and have a chat with us. Okay, and as I mentioned, we have a lot of clients not sure about the how to apply. So we have already mentioned we have we know the way how to help you to apply because we know exactly what the migration officer wants. We are like a candidate in the exam. We know the exam question. So don't ask us what are the exam questions, okay? But we can help you to get it and get the results. And that's the most important thing.
People might be a little bit anxious what we're doing here. They say, are we making up some stories? Because they say, what is the difference between throw them a bunch of their information to our presentation to the global talent officer, and what is our, so I want to mention our work based on 3 points. One is strategy, the second one is positioning, and third one is presentation. It's going to be exact information you provided, but we'll be very selective. We are not, let me make it fun. It's not general skill migration. It is not business migration. It's not employer sponsored migration. It's different one, has different requirement. So we focus on this. When we talk to our prospect or our clients, we are saying strategy, we say positioning, we say presentation. Some of my clients, they probably some kind of anxious. They say, hey, I have a bunch of info. Can you just pull everything to the department?
Yeah, I want to share a case that one of our recent clients, and he applied a skill visa last year himself.
Yes.
And then obviously never heard back anything. And then he looked at the GTI website himself and said he thought he's not qualified at all. He just looked at it and forgot about it. But after watching our video, he come to approach me. And then after we reviewing, he is highly skilled. He is really good. And we thought he's the right candidate Australian government looking for. So we take his case immediately, and yeah, so you never know, and you may not understand what the Australian requirements are. But when we look at your portfolio, we will review it for you. Yeah.
So we even went to the website, the just same website you have searched everywhere. The same language, everybody reading it. But do you actually understand the language, the interpretation behind the language? The first language we say you have to be in top future industry, and he immediately replied, I'm not the top people. But some sentence itself doesn't say you have to be top people. I mean, right? But why people skip about this crucial information? Because we, as a human mind, we have a presumption. When you read global talent, you say you have to be a globally talented
they thought they need to be the top 1%.
You have to be a globally talented person. This is, if we say we want a globally talented person, why do we need the interpretation of 17 pages? Obviously, that is not case. So our interpretation is really of our legal interpretation of the law and the government, direction of that as well. So we don't speculate. We don't speculate. We base on scientific research on the language, interpretation of language. So people read same language with a completely different interpretation.
And I think it's quite interesting because a lot of these people are technology, with the tech background. And that's why they interpret things kind of
so
differently. So it's quite interesting, discussing with them about looking at the requirements are quite different from what they understand from from a professional understanding. Okay, thank you very much. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So so we have mentioned how long it takes last time, about 3 weeks, right? It's still 3 weeks to process the first stage. So can you tell us actually, so now we share a little bit more about the GTI, and I just want to ask you, Joanna, do you after July 1st, I know you got some inside news from the migration officer. What happened to other visas like skill migration, business migration? So can you give us a little bit inside information?
Onshore application, of course, it remain the same. They still process because there's nothing changed. But onshore application has been paused entirely. Okay, so it's paused. This is really because we have a Department of Home Affairs. They have to have a direction from Department of Health. Because when our minister go to the parliament, people are going to question them. Other MPs going to question, hey, did you allow this person to come into Australia? And now we have 5 more cases. Then you're going to resign. So that it's just think about this way, right? Just you have to be reasonable. So, but global talent independent is still among all visa applications the fastest way to get into Australian PR. If something happening in visa applications and GTI is not happening, that's something wrong here. Okay, so among all the visa applications, GTI is still the priority, the most important visa application that subclass that department is looking for. Okay, so now a timing, when we say how not when we're gonna grant it, you have to be reasonable, right? Because this is the PR. If the grant you now, you're gonna rush in Australia.
Okay.
And take advantage of our medical system.
Yeah, but what I wanted to understand, you know, the quota for skill migration, business migration, compared to GTI, how do you weight them? What will happen in the next half? Because now I know business visa already ceased in Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. They cannot apply 188 now until July.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why we can't do anything for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rest assured, we have 5,000 quota each year for the next 3 years. Yeah. Okay. Until April 2023. So 5,000 use up. If not use up, next year will be another 5,000.
Okay. For GTI.
It doesn't roll up. Yeah, it doesn't roll up. So 5,000 each year. And it doesn't matter what happens to the skill migration. They may cut. But let me guarantee you that will be no cut in GTI. 5,000 guaranteed it will be issued. If we have more people coming, awesome. But 5,000, that's our guaranteed allocation for GTI. Yeah. I know that will be a lot cut in skill migration. Okay, you're gonna hear news in really soon, July, November, after they have time to discuss that. Will be in cut in skill migration. That will be change in employer-sponsored visa. That will be change in business visa. But there will be no change in global talent independent. If you're meeting this requirement, don't miss out this awesome opportunity.
What about business migration? Do you think they will change?
It will change. That will be absolutely, because I've been talking about we have a investigation as well as a interview and instead of review internal review since 3 years ago. Okay. So it's actually reached the final stage and review. The proposed review date is November this year.
Okay. All right. So regardless which visa you want to apply, just give us a call, contact us, and then we can see what's the best for you.
Yes.
Best option for you based on your background, your experience.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. So today our sharing is here. So if you like this video, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe our channel.
Yep. And I'll put all my contact details down below in the info box. Yeah. Thank you very much. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.